Southside party, we can love who we want, we can kiss who we want, we can scream on no.
Red cups and sweaty bodies everywhere, hands in the air like we don't care, cause we came to have so much fun now. Have somebody here might get some now.
Hi guys, how are you? So sorry this video took so long to come out, but I was just I was having a lot of fun, honestly, and I had to do some stuff at work and hang out with my family and friends. So yeah, I'm so excited to make this video today to give you guys my feedback on how my MCAT went and yeah, just talk about my experience. So I guess you guys were probably a little confused, like why I was having so much fun, you know, in my little intro over there. But that's actually what I did the day before my MCAT, and there's a vlog of that after this like review part, so you can watch that if you want to. It's my first vlog, so it might have been a little awkward, but yeah, I had a lot of fun. But yeah, so yeah, leading up to my MCAT, the week before I studied, you know, constantly every day, just as I had been usually, and I took a practice test like the Wednesday before my test, and that was my final practice test. And then my test was actually on a Saturday. So I took practice test Wednesday, and I was really happy with my score, so it gave me kind of a confidence boost. And what I did before that practice test was try to study everything, kind of review everything, not focus on one subject, so that like I would do well on that practice test and it would give me confidence. So yeah, that's what I did. And then the day after, everything that I did, like that I had not remembered, after I reviewed the practice test, everything that I was like kind of shaky on or had not reviewed like really well, I went over it and I studied really hard on that Thursday, like, and I think that day really helped because some of the stuff that I reviewed were like on the exam. So yeah, and then that night I actually tried to sleep very little, so that was like Thursday night. I only slept 4 hours on purpose. I slept at like 5 a.m. and woke up at 9, and I studied till 5 a.m. and woke up at 9. And I did this so that like I wouldn't have trouble sleeping the night of my MCAT. And this was suggested to me by a friend because they couldn't get sleep the night before because they were kind of nervous and stuff. So I made sure I was like really sleepy, you know, right the night before. So yeah, I woke up at 9, and then I heard from like everyone, every source says like don't study the day before your MCAT, just like kind of relax and do what makes you relax. So that's what I did. I went to the movies, I you know, went to the park, went on a walk with my mom, and then had lunch, and I just had a lot of fun that day. And I think personally it helped so much to not study the day before. It makes a really big difference because on my very last practice test I had so much trouble concentrating. Like I could barely like get through passages because I was so drained from like studying constantly and constantly like reading on a computer, you know, and all that. And you don't want to feel like that on the day of your MCAT, you know. You should already kind of know all the info ahead of time anyway, so that last day shouldn't make too much of a difference, like if you cram that day. So the best thing to do is to have all your stuff done ahead of time. Be prepared by Thursday night, or like, you know, 2 days before MCAT. Relax all day Friday, and if it like tires you out to like go to the movies and stuff, don't do that. Just do what relaxes you. Personally, for me, I would have been just kind of bored sitting on the couch or like watching TV, so I wanted to do something like just really fun. So yeah, that's what I did. And then I did review like for an hour or two. I just looked at some note cards because you kind of want to stay in, like focused, so you're not like totally, you don't wake up on the day of the MCAT, you're like, what's going on? But yeah, I reviewed my note cards on Friday for like a couple hours, and make sure you eat healthy, so you don't get like sluggish and stuff like that. And I went to sleep at, sorry, there's a bug, but I went to sleep at midnight, and then I woke up at 10:30 the next morning. And then I ate like eggs, and I ate a lot of food because I didn't want to be hungry. I didn't want to worry about that. So make sure you eat like a good amount of food, and make sure you eat it closer to your MCAT. Like if you're gonna eat an hour before, make sure you take a snack to eat right before. So yeah, I woke up at 10:30, showered, ate. I went to the test center, started at 11:30. I started going there, and it was half an hour away. And I got there at like 12:15 because of traffic and stuff. I thought it would be like a huge line, you know, like how the SATs are where there's like 100 people and it would take forever to sign in. But it's not like that at all. I took it at a prometric center, and there was like, right when I got in, there's like no line. It's just like a very small group of people taking the test that day. So you go in there, and then you just like make sure you take your ID, and make sure you look up the rules before you go, just in case they've changed from this video. But yeah, you take your ID, and then you go in, and you sign in with them, and then you get like a locker to put all your stuff in. And I took like, oh, I wish I had the bag, but I took a bag, and it was like this big, I think, like that big. And yeah, that's what I took, and I put so much food in it. I don't think no one else did that there, but it wasn't like weird or anything. No one cared. Like I took water, I took Gatorade, I took coffee, I took Snickers bars, and I took Tic Tacs and my earbuds. You can order earbuds online. They're like they cancel out like all the noise in the test room. Like I had no like idea of what was going around me. Like I didn't hear footsteps. I was sitting right next to the door, like the door that people enter in, which sucked. But like I didn't hear them like even come in. So I would definitely suggest the earplugs, and I would suggest you practice, like when you do your practice test, do them with the earplugs so you're used to them. That's what I did. So yeah, yeah. So that's when I got in, and it was like that, and then yeah, and then I'm trying to remember what I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, so for me the test, I'm not gonna say any like specific, like too specifics about the test because I don't want to like get in trouble with the AMC and stuff. But yeah, for me, I thought like it went fairly well. After like the first part of the test, I was a little like freaked out. Like if one part of the test goes wrong, just take your break and go eat some food and forget about it. Literally, you can like don't allow yourself to think about it at all. Like that's what that was the advice given to me before, and it's really hard. Like all you want to do is think about it, and that's what I was doing. But I kept telling myself, stop, stop, stop. You have to focus on the next section because you do have to prepare yourself for the next section, you know. So that's what I did. Eventually, I got over the previous section, and I focused myself for the next section, and the next sections went like really well for me. So I thought it was, like not too bad because at least like most of my sections went well. And I guess what advice I would give about like similarities is that the Nova physics books really helped me a lot. I finished it, and my physical science scores improved a lot. And the exam correctors is really similar to the verbal on the MCAT. And then the bio went well for me. It's just about knowing all the info. So I just like, made sure I knew all the details that were in the bio book. And I thought I did really well. Or I felt like it. I don't know how I did, but it didn't scare me, so that's good. But yeah, that was my experience. Afterwards, I just had a lot of fun. It's really relieving afterwards. After you're done, it's literally like the best feeling ever. And I don't know, it's the best feeling because like I worked hard for it. I like actually tried. And some things, there's like some tests that I don't try for, and I just feel really crappy about it afterwards. So I was kind of like proud of myself for like putting all my effort into it. So that's what I want you guys to do, like be able to be proud of yourselves for it afterwards. Like really work hard right now. Like studying might be getting hard, and you may be getting tired of it, and you're just like, you want to take those little breaks that turn into longer breaks. But like every moment really counts, anytime like you feel like that, just remember that like this is terrible to say, but you only have so much time for the MCAT, and the direct amount of work that you put into it right now is like exactly how you're going to do on the MCAT. None of it is useless. None of that like 1 hour that goes away, that's like very useful. That's like every hour that I personally studied for, I feel like it was so worth it because it took me a long time to do everything, but in the end I actually had everything memorized. Like it worked. Like at the beginning I was like, there's no way I'm going to remember all this, like why study those like little details, but I just did. I studied them and went over and over them, and it's really hard for me to remember things, but like I remembered all of them, and it made me so much more confident, which is like super important. So yeah, just go into it confidently. If you're not confident, like a couple weeks before the test, a week before the test, just postpone it. If you I would just plan ahead and try to be prepared like 2 weeks before. That's like the last day to postpone where you can like get $70 or it's only $70. So thanks guys, here's my vlog. Hi guys, so it's the day before my MCAT and me and my friend are gonna go watch a movie, The Bling Ring, because I'm just trying to relax today so that I don't get tired out during the test.
Because the overall look says more.
Is this the one? We have a huge tub of popcorn and we're about to go watch Despicable Me, so I'm so excited. And we're at Rita's Ice right now. And I got coconut cream flavored ice and it's really good. And it's yummy, yummy, yummy in my tummy. Hey, so we just got a $10 gift card because we drove around in a Volkswagen and we had to give it like a rating and stuff, so we're really excited. And it was like between a $10 gift card or a movie ticket, so it's like the best day ever. We just got free money. Okay. So. I don't know where my Okay. We're still in the park and we're walking around and we're about to see the lake.
Can I get a hell no? 'Cause we gonna go all night till we see the sunlight.